Rolling hills with jagged caverns, newer mountains in the distance, and the remnants of old bamboo forests had been left behind a day back. In the middle of the day, twisting remnants of early morning mists swirled around the group, even as the smell of tea leaves permeated the thinner air of the mountain. The hills were deceptive, the approaching men on their shaggy ponies concealed in dips of the earth and the mists that pervaded their surroundings. Greenery and dampness, the hint of fresh tea, and the slow fermentation of picked leaves drifted down from the peak above. Berries and sheep, ponies and rice and falling waterfalls, the wind spoke of all those matters. It also spoke of deeper wounds in the earth, wounds that were centuries in the past but had only recently finished healing. Old blood, ancient blood, soaked the earth, and in one corner of the land, it still shrieked. "Your lands," Wu Ying turned his head a little, listening to the winds as they fluttered the green sleeves of his robes and tugged at his hair. "That mountain, these hills." "Yes?" Pan Yin asked, guiding her horse to him with slight twitches of her feet against its hindquarters, the mare well attuned to her needs. She looked down as she spoke to the standing cultivator. "What is it about our lands?" Curiosity from the Zhuang lady with her triangular black hat and figure-hugging tunic and pants get-up. Practical and comfortable, yet still feminine. Not that the older, late 20s, maybe even mid-30s, cultivator seemed to pay much attention to that side of her personality. No more than the requisite social minimum, at least. "There was a battle here, was there not?" Wu Ying said. "Immortal and something else. The land, the winds still speak of it." "Sensitive indeed," Pan Yin said. "There's a story there, if you would hear it." Wu Ying looked around their surroundings, then offered her a half-smile. "I'm assuming, considering the position of the sun, we aren't stopping." "No." "Then speak. It will pass the time while I run," Wu Ying said. "I still do not believe you ran all the way here," Pan Shui, the youngest sister of the trio, said from her position at the back. Leaning over her saddle horn, the 16-year-old peered at Wu Ying with narrowed eyes. "Are you sure you're not addled in the head? That was quite the battle with General Tao. Isn't it tiring?" "I'm neither, and I find the practice useful," Wu Ying said. "Where I go, horses are a burden, not an aid." Pan Shui rolled her eyes. Right, I forgot. I'm a famous wandering cultivator." She mimicked his voice at the end, though she put an officious and arrogant tone to it. "I don't sound like that." "Of course you don't," Pan Shui said, eyes wide and innocent. "You do know I'm your elder, right?" Wu Ying said, mildly stern. He mostly did not mind. Weeks of travel with the group, avoiding or finding danger together to reach the Zhuang sisters' clan holdings, had joined them all in a bond of companionship, one built around their ages and shared experiences rather than the barriers of cultivation levels. Wu Ying was having fun ribbing the youngster. She was the closest he'd ever had to a younger sister. "Certainly, you are quite old." Pan Shui nodded firmly in agreement. "As I was saying," Pan Yin cut the pair off before they could continue bickering, "we have a story about our land." Noticing her irritation, the group fell silent. Even Liao Ping, though that was no different from usual. After all, the enhancement of her bloodline during the 7 Pavilions incident had not just enhanced her strength, but also given her some of the same traits of the bear she shared blood with, including a plodding, silent wariness. 478 years ago, 479, a year has passed, Panmu, the middle sister, corrected idly. 479 years ago, a great beast ravaged this land. A white-hooded snake, gorged on hundreds of demonic and spiritual beasts, grown strong in its blood, had formed a nascent soul. For hundreds of years, it dominated the surroundings, ensuring that none but a select few could reside in these lands in peace. Our clan was one of those select few. We had inhabited here before the coming of the snake, and when it began its depredations, we came to an agreement with it. One made with little honor and great sacrifice.